Hey everybody, and welcome back to another one of Nayo's Tidbits. I am Nayo, the founder of the Meditation Matters platform, and I wanted to share more stories, experiences, thoughts, suggestions, whatever with you guys. And hopefully this topic of accepting and acknowledging how you feel resonates or serves some sort of purpose, or you just enjoy hearing about it and learning about it. And as always, if you like what you hear, be sure to subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. I like to know what you think, and as always, keep the conversation going with your friends, family, strangers, coworkers, whatever it may be. I think it's always important to keep these conversations alive and well, for the simple fact that I know that there's stuff that we go through all the time, and sometimes we may not feel like we're in a safe space to feel and feel comfortable, or even just having a conversation about ourselves, our spiritual development, or just how we're doing. Just know that this is a safe space, this platform is a safe space, and that is what I'm really here to curate, is a safe space for all of us to just feel and express. So to jump right in, as always, I like to use myself as an example because this is all about real life lived experiences. Meditation Matters is not just about research and expressing the research, but it's also about, like, literally I'm living it, or I'm interviewing somebody else who has lived with it, and we're just trying to share our experience. So embracing and acknowledging feelings has been something that I personally have struggled with throughout my life, to be very frank and very honest. It hasn't really gotten until this part of my life where I've allowed myself to have space to even acknowledge that maybe I'm feeling anxious, or I'm feeling angry, or I'm feeling sad, and not shame myself for feeling those things. I mean, it's very, growing up in society, we learn a ton of programming, and that programming is stored in our subconscious mind. The programming is, don't be feeling sad. Why are you feeling sad? You shouldn't be angry, or you shouldn't have anxiety, or you shouldn't do all these different things. It's like telling us since, like, as a kid, don't cry, don't do this, don't do that. I mean, after being told that, or even us telling ourselves that, or whatever it may be, whatever our life experience curated into us, eventually it becomes very debilitating, and it actually creates blockages within the body to allow us to experience. Feelings are energy and energetic experience. Just like emotion is energy and motion, right? Feelings aren't necessarily the same as emotions, but they can result in emotions, or emotions can result in feeling. But all in all, it's all an energetic experience. It's all something that's happening inside of our energy body, which is also encompassed within our physical body and actually exudes without of it as well, as the aura and everything else. So if you really think about it, we can feel feelings. So let's just say you have an emotion of anger. What type of feeling does that give you? Maybe you have tightness in a certain space. Maybe where does that tightness live? That tightness can live in your chest. That tightness can live, maybe you get headaches when you get angry. That tightness can live in your knee. Maybe you just have a really bad knee for some reason. Feelings can manifest in a wide range of ways. And it's important to acknowledge how we feel, not just so that we can open up the energy channel, because yes, that's totally what we want to do, right? We want the energy to freely flow in and out, but we also want to give ourselves the space to feel. So when we give ourselves the space to feel, we are allowing ourselves to accept us, our individual selves. You are allowing yourself to accept and express yourself and what you are feeling in that very moment. In my personal circumstance, let's just say I am going down memory lane and I did not want to. So an involuntary memory jogging about maybe a past relationship for me, because I, for some reason, always seem to be hung up about these things. I'm having all these beautiful thoughts and memories of perhaps somebody that I used to be with, and it's awesome. The relationship didn't work out, but it's fine. Everyone's moved on. Everyone's cool. It's happy. But maybe these thoughts and feelings lead to me feeling immense amount of missing of that person or that circumstance or how things used to be. And oh my God, now that I'm missing this person, I'm having a slight twinge of anxiety, or maybe another memory comes up and I get angry about that, or whatever it may be. So a memory can invoke an emotion or a feeling out of you. And it's okay for these things to happen, but it's your response is what matters, right? So if I'm experiencing some sort of anxiety from a memory, then if I'm just like, no, we're not supposed to feel this. This is shameful. This is stupid. Like, I don't want to feel this. This is stupid. Then I'm not allowing myself to even have the space to feel what I'm feeling and even try to understand what this feeling and what this memory or what this experience is even trying to tell me. Because at the end of the day, it's trying to tell me something. It's like, hey, maybe we have some unresolved things that we need to deal with. If you're getting so angry about this, well, let's explore that anger. Don't say don't get angry, or don't say don't get sad, or don't get anxious. No. I acknowledge right now that I am angry, I'm anxious, I'm sad about this, and I want to just give this a space. I want to give it a seat at my personal table, and I also want to take the time to ask myself the question, what am I supposed to be learning from this experience, from this memory, from this feeling, and what can I take away from it, and how can I continue to open up this energy channel to allow it to alleviate? So for me, if I'm going through a phase where I'm not really trying to allow myself to give myself the space to feel what I need to feel in that moment and to acknowledge, hey, I'm feeling this way, it's going to get worse. And usually my anxiety will heighten to the point where I'll either just want to go to sleep, I'll want to have a panic attack and cry, or whoever knows what the other experience is. But usually at the end of the day, whenever I get like that, I just go outside, I go to sleep, or I just meditate it out, which is typically the one that I do, is meditate it out, especially outside. But the reality is that even if I'm going to meditate it out, am I still giving myself the allowance to experience this? So am I meditating like, we're not going to experience this, we're not going to experience this? Or am I meditating and saying, I'm going to take a deep breath and I'm going to acknowledge right now that I am XYZ feeling. And I'm going to give it a space. I'm going to give it this space to feel this. And I'm not going to tell myself, you're terrible for being angry. You're terrible for being sad about this. This is old news. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to shame myself into not wanting to have this experience with myself. Because this experience is something that I obviously needs to be addressed in the moment. And it's reminding me that I need to accept myself. I need to completely love myself. And accepting myself is a form of self-love. I want y'all to understand this. Accepting yourself is a form of self-care and self-love, even if it's your anger. The reality is that when you begin to accept certain emotions that maybe you're not too proud of, you're not too fond of, you allow yourself to become more familiar with it, to become more familiar about, why are you angry? Where did this anger really come from? And how can we address this anger? You're giving it a seat at the table so that you can address whatever it is, and also allow yourself to embrace some of the positive qualities that may be coming with this feeling or this emotion or this character trait that may be coming up and you're dealing with. At the end of the day, everything is energy, and when you're not allowing yourself to feel something, or you're not acknowledging what you're feeling, or you're not dealing with what you're feeling, and you're just shoving it off to the side, you're not allowing your conscious mind and your conscious being to take control and to analyze it and to work with it and to accept it and to let it go, or to integrate it in a way that will be more loving and positive and helpful and abundant and lead to a more prosperous life for you. Because blockages and limitations, that is what they are. They're blockages and they're limitations. And you can block yourself from your feelings, from your emotions, from how you think about yourself and others. And at the end of the day, another important thing to realize is that a lot of the thoughts that we have, thoughts are things as well, they're energy frequencies. The feeling that we place behind the thoughts also matter. So if there are a lot of feelings that seem to be relatively trapped in your subconscious mind, and they just come up randomly whenever, when you're least expecting it, and you're overwhelmed and you don't know how to deal with it, and these thoughts just come with these feelings and they're just like blam, 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 and you try to shove it away and try to act like it's not happening so that you can keep your composure, or you don't have to deal with it because, oh my God, it's too much to deal with, then it's going to continue to persist and live in your subconscious mind and continue to come back up and raid your present situation. It may not be that very moment after you've pushed it away, but it could be the next day or the month later or a year later. It'll always come back until you give yourself the ability and the space to accept it, to embrace it, and to heal from it, and even heal with it, as a matter of fact. The universe and energy pays attention to the energy that we are emitting. Our true divine intelligence is through the energy that we're emitting and what we're feeling. That is true intelligence there. We are very intelligent in our mind. The things that humans have created is just mind-blowing. It's amazing. But just because we're using our intelligence through our mental mind doesn't mean that we are completely using our full capability and our full range of intelligence of our feeling mind, our feeling body, and our emotional body being our complete energetic body. And what the universe is really listening to is that energetic body, those feelings that you're putting out and those thoughts that you're putting out and the feelings that are backing those thoughts. Because a lot of times the feelings that are backing those thoughts lead into manifestation of whatever that whole consortium is, right? So if you're feeling angry about something and you're having angry thoughts, 9 times out of 10, you're either going to attract that back into your life, so it's manifesting no matter what, or you're going to manifest it right then and there. You're going to manifest a crazy scenario that isn't even there. You're going to manifest, a new problem between yourself and a partner or whoever is in your life, or yourself and your situation. You're going to convince yourself that everything is terrible. When instead, if you just gave yourself the opportunity to say, I'm feeling this way. What can I do? What are next steps? What do I need to learn? Do I need to seek help? Or can I handle this on my own? Like, should I meditate right now? Do I need to just calm down? Do I need to go on a walk? Do I need to breathe? Like, do I need to call somebody? Do I need to write? Do I need to create something? How do I need to channel? How do I become more aware of what I'm feeling and what it's trying to tell me instead of pushing it away? Because pushing it away is literally what results in just complete stagnation of your complete self, from your spirit to your soul, to your physical body, to your creative body, to your emotions, to your ability to connect with other people, to your ability to actually manifest and create abundance in your life. You have to deal with you. I always say this, but you have to deal with you and everything that's going on with you before you can really begin to bring in all the miracles, the abundance, and the opportunities that are just literally waiting for you to get it together, right? And they also actually are probably coming to you right now, but because you're not really on that energy frequency, you're not able to receive them. You're not able to acknowledge them as reality. So I said a lot and I probably spoke a little bit fast, so hopefully you guys could get that. But at the end of the day, I just really felt inspired, especially from recent occurrences, y'all, because I'm not, as I say before, I'm not perfect, but I just like to share my experiences and how, like, when I allow myself to have the space to experience something, and then I'm like, oh my God, this is what they were talking about in that book, or this is what they were talking about in that show, that podcast, or whatever it is that I'm using to learn and to just really digest information. I mean, there's one thing to read information and to keep reading it, but it's another thing to actually practice a lot of the systems and strategies that these information are presenting. And at the end, feelings are it. And allowing yourself to not only express your feelings, but to acknowledge your feelings are monumental. And they are some of the major first steps into embracing a healing life and a healing journey and inviting that healing energy into your life. So that's really all I have to say. If I keep talking, I might ramble like crazy. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions, concerns, or you want to, you just kind of want to chat with me more one-on-one in a private session, be sure to connect with me. I'll leave my contact information in the bio below. And thank you so much for hanging out with me. And if you like what you heard, continue to share it, as I said before. And thank you so much. Be sure to subscribe if you want to keep up to date on what else I may be producing. And as always, check out the whole Meditation Matters platform. Check out the podcast. Check out the blog. Share, read, comment, like, do whatever you need to do. But at the end of the day, this is a whole healing experience, not just for me, but also hopefully for you. And I hope to continue to help, inspire, and resonate any way that I can. Thank you so much for watching, and always much love and namaste.